Tricks. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about After the Fall, the book of how Humpty Dumpty got back up again, and then I'm going to have you try an activity on your own with enemy pie. Okay. So what I did was I drew a picture of what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end of the story. And without any words, I can just sit here and look at, well, what did happen? Well, in the beginning, it talks about how Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and he was cracked. Okay. So then he was scared to get on this wall again. So he was like, well, how do I look at the birds or interact with the birds if I can't be on the wall anymore? And so he decided to make his own paper airplane bird to fly up with the birds. So that worked for a while until that paper airplane went right over the wall. Okay. And the only way to get it was to climb the wall himself. So at the end, he did grow enough courage and became brave and did climb that wall to get up there by himself. And he actually cracked all the way and turned into a bird himself. Okay, so that's just a quick retell about what happened with Humpty Dumpty. Something else I want us to point out is what was the problem in the story and what was the solution. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, you just told me, because I did. Our problem and solution tend to happen in our story between the beginning and the end. So we learned that our problem actually was introduced in the beginning along with our characters and our setting, right? So our problem in this story was that Humpty Dumpty was afraid to climb the wall because he didn't want to fall again, okay? Well, we have to continue reading through our story before we can figure out how Humpty Dumpty fixed that. Because if my problem is in the beginning, it's not going to mention my solution also. We're going to have to read a little bit more. Now, he had a temporary solution of this problem in the middle whenever he made these paper airplanes. But ultimately, our huge solution or resolution of our story, it comes at the end of our story when we learned that Humpty Dumpty finally did climb that wall and broke through his feelings of being afraid of it. And then he became a bird himself, which kind of resembles him being free. So now I want you to think about enemy pie, okay? And I'll have the read aloud up for you just in case you don't remember it. And I want you to try this with enemy pie. I want you to draw 3 boxes, one labeled B for beginning, one labeled M for a middle, and E for end. And I want you to draw a quick little sketch, guys. This didn't take me more than a minute. A quick little sketch about what happened in the beginning of that story, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happened at the end of the story. And then I want you to think about, okay, well, usually my problem's introduced in the beginning, so what was the problem in that story? And then once you got to the end of that story, what was the solution? How did we solve the problem? Okay, this quick little check-in will be up for you to turn in on Canvas.